him again and again, watching for days on end, kicking on a bunch of ass in the challenges, not taking any of anyone's shit, riding on Amanda's coattails, supposedly true. I wish she'd have never known him. I don't know. No one's gonna.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to On the Block with Cameron. Cameron, how's it going?
Good, man. It's going great.
That was the most awkward intro ever. Sorry. I was just excited.
All of a sudden, it was live.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's how we do it. It's always gonna be fucking crazy. Keep you on your toes, you know. Just
For sure.
Yeah. Thanks again for hanging out as always. Let's fucking.
What?
Can you hear me? What?
Yeah. It's a little glitchy.
Yeah,
or,
you're breaking up a little bit.
I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties on my end. I think my internet is a little slow today, but we're gonna try and work through it.
Yeah, it's not too bad. We'll figure it out. Yeah, a little bit of weirdness won't do anyone bad. I mean, we've missed 2 episodes. Let's just get right into the episodes. I've got some big ideas on some gameplay. First thing is we should probably try to tell everyone that we will be taking questions at the end of the show. So everyone try to get your questions ready. It'll take at least 3 or so. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see with this internet. But yes, everyone start thinking of questions now. All right, but we've got 2 episodes to cover. I've got some big questions concerning the game also. Make sure you remind me of that. But let's talk about last episode. We end with Chuck getting evicted. We start with Ross winning HOH.
No, immediately. That was around the middle of the episode, but Shannon wanted to address Omarosa in public. It was in the kitchen, and she was just like, "Hey, everybody, let's go to the kitchen. Let's talk to Omarosa as a group because there's nowhere to hide, except for the second she gets into the kitchen. Omarosa is like, let's go in private, and then she just folds and goes in private with her tail between her legs."
Yep.
And it was like the most cringy thing ever. She wants to be the leader of her group, and then just immediately is like, I'm gonna go do this thing. And then during the whole conversation, she wasn't even saying anything, and she kept looking down, and she was just letting Omarosa have her way with him.
And there, it's tough. It's I give her respect for that. Like that whole conversation was really cringy. Like that one was so tough to watch, just because it's like, it just seems, I don't know. But like again, like you can get down
Shannon
on her.
has.
But it's just like it's again, I've been there where it's like you think you're gonna go in hot and you think you're gonna be a hot shot, and then like, man, you get fucking like, it sucks. But like sometimes you have to play subservient. You have to play fucking like down. You know, like you have to fucking take your lickings sometimes. I mean, is that a bad gameplay to fucking look like you're the shit heel? Is it bad? I'm kidding. Shit heel. Please tell me it's good.
I think it's bad gameplay because she said to her whole alliance, "Let's go to the kitchen and talk to her in public," and then she goes in private to talk to Omarosa.
But yeah, that's tough. That's real tough.
So you're just immediately like lying to your alliance, and then who knows what that conversation is about? And then immediately after that conversation, Shannon goes to her alliance, and she's like, "Oh, actually, guys, I've had a thing with Omarosa since the first hour we got in the house.
So,
just want you to all to know that." And do you think that's a good move or no?
Okay, so like, again, like I hate doing this. Like I hate talking about my season. Like, you know, that stuff sucks. But it's like I kind of did the same thing with the moving company, where it's like I had to come clean to Amanda and be like, well, I had this deal as a moving company thing, you know, like, and it kind of saved me because Amanda kind of saved me from it. But of course, this is not there's no equivalent really. So like, but I think that like I know why she did it. I know exactly why she did it. Like I can feel the same reasons that she did it. Like where it's like fuck, like I have to come clean because it's gonna fucking like just being like I'm the truthful one. Like that's I don't know. I absolutely see why she did it. Was it a good idea? I mean, it completely depends on the context. In this context, I think like it's not the. I
don't
know.
think it is a good idea. I've thought about it a little bit, and I don't think it is a good idea because he was on top and Amaro bottom. Omarosa's on the bottom of everybody's shit list, or the top of everybody's shit list. Nobody's going to trust her. So Omarosa's just going to start saying random shit anyway. So if she does say, hey, me and Shannon had a thing, of course she says me and Shannon had a thing because she's on the bottom and is going to try and squirm out of whatever she can.
Mm-hmm.
So if she does play it up like, oh, if I'm going to sink, you're going to sink with me, you just be like, you're just going to sink your own ship further because why would you come up with this lie that's obviously
and that's
not
the thing
true.
is like, yeah, it's an easy one to like kind of deflect, I think, but like I think Shannon's also like me where it's like it's going to be a tough one to be like I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm a stupid fucking idiot. I want to tell the truth all the time. Like, I'm always like, oh yeah, tell the truth. And I feel like
You don't have to.
No,
You
you
don't have to
You don't.
lie for long
like,
in this season.
Well, exactly. That's really the truth. But I
I
feel
mean,
like
I could see why. I could see why you had to tell Amanda because you had a closer bond with Amanda than you did the moving company.
she didn't have to tell everyone, and she could have.
Yeah.
And there's like, like the thing about it is like you're trying to jump ship, like you're trying to fucking get ahead of the spin. Like it's like a or like journalism kind of thing, you know. Like just get ahead of the spin and you'll be fine, you know. So you tell everyone, and like, foreshadow to tonight, like where everything could have went wrong depending on who won veto, you know. Like Shannon could have been gone tonight. That's literally the truth. That's what would have happened. Like if the veto went to the right person, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It could have been a decent idea. Hopefully that does build trust. I mean, it created deception and lies from the get-go. But I mean, it could turn into a positive. I don't know. Maybe she could hang her hat on it someday. I don't know. It's just like one of those things where it's like, are you gonna build this into your resume as a Big Brother player, where it's like, I came with everyone. I told everyone that, I came with everyone.
I just think it's more impressive if you just than if you come
what
clean.
Was that? What you said? Lie to people? If you lie to people?
I think it's more impressive if you lie to people and they make them believe it and
what about
frame
like
Omarosa as a liar.
We also know that when they go home, they're going to be able to watch every episode, and technically, they could watch all the flashbacks. They could sit and scroll through the feeds. Like, does that play into anyone's gameplay at this point? Could Shannon be smart to think that, come clean now, so when they do go back, they're not pissed?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I just walked myself right into that accidentally, but I will take it.
Yeah,
so,
I didn't think about that. I'm not a big fan of that.
No, of course. I mean, that's bullshit. It's also
we'll talk about that later because that's
a
pretty big deal.
Yep. So what happens? Ross eventually wins. What was their game again? It was the ballerina.
Before that, there was also there's the ballerina, but before that, there was also a Final Four deal that was established between Ross, Shannon, Marissa, and James.
Solid four.
Yeah, that's a solid 4.
From any indication of the feeds at this point, it's just.
Yeah, pretty much the alliances are going every which way.
It's a free for all, which is just beautiful.
So then we have Bowl Arena.
The thing that's most that I liked about this was hearing people talk about Meta World Peace's his like throwing. Like it sounded like he was cranking those balls up the fucking alley so hard. Like it sounded like he was hitting cameramen and stuff, and like I was like, oh, that's so awesome. Like I hope like some cameraman got footage, our camera woman got footage of it, and like, but like, of course they're not going to do that. They're not going to have that. But they had like they had the like noise, the sound effects that were like
Yeah.
and that was like representative that he was gunning those motherfuckers real hard. He was pounding.
There's no way those are real bowling balls. It's
They're
like
like
rubber.
rubber.
Because
They're
those
like
things
these
were
rubber
like
things.
bouncing.
Yeah. No, like they're like these weird rubber motherfuckers. Like, so great. But yeah, he was
launching them.
Yeah.
It
It
cool.
sounded like he was close to hitting cameramen and camera women, which I think is awesome and notable because they're very heavy. Like, you can pound them up the alley, but it sounded like he was gunning them. I don't know. I thought that was awesome.
Meta has been so fucking funny this season.
Absolutely. Like, man, I gotta stop saying that. We talked about him being one of the most notable entertainment-worthy house guests this season, and he's delivered. You know,
inadvertently, yeah, he's just like himself, and it's funny. Even in this episode, he's like, he was wrestling with the pool floaties. He had two pool floaties wrestling against each other, and then because of camera, he asked the camera if he wanted to see it, and the camera's like, yes, and then he just is doing it, and it was so fucking funny.
He seems like it's not that he's very aware of the camera, but also he wants to put on a show. He's putting on a show. He's aware that he's putting on a show. He knows he's being funny. He knows he's being goofy. I'm sure that's how he is in everyday life. And like the show really lets you express some of that stupid ass shit that you do. You know, I think he's one of the most perfect house guests we've ever had, in my opinion. He's just top notch quality entertainment. Absolutely. I mean, like in the last episode, we saw him do the whole Chuck vote or whatever. You know, that's amazing. And you know, like Topaz gets a bad rap, but this dude's gonna be like, oh, he's so great. Like, man, I feel so bad for her.
Well, Topaz had the whole season, and, and Meta, it was his first.
I mean,
backdoor is
it's
either.
one of the
So
same,
can you really blame him? And it wasn't even close because the vote was 7-1, unlike Topaz, where it's 4-3 for the victory, and her friend doesn't win. I don't know. I think one it might be a little bit bigger than the other, but
much love, Topaz. You're not listening, of course, but someone give me tell her I said I love her. She's great. I've met her on occasions, and she's always amazing. But yeah, no, I really did feel bad where I was like, oh, that's the same thing. And he's going to be, I think it is the same thing, to be honest, just because like the ending of their season, it was flipped. Like if you don't know the game at all, like, and then like in the beginning of this one, it's just as easy to flip it in your head. To me, I think that what I'm saying is if I didn't know, I'm dumb enough where I would have done both things. Like, you know, both of them. I would have absolutely fucked it up. I'll screw the pooch every time.
It'd be funny if he does screw it up at the end again, and then he screws up twice. He'd be like, "Oh, we were voting the wrong time. I didn't know." But before we forget, Asthma Gate, where Omarosa challenges Marissa, loses, and then has an asthma attack. Conveniently, in my opinion, I think it's a total sham. My sister had asthma, and those attacks do not come on slowly, where you can meander through the house and ask for a medic.
And
it's like
it's absolutely. It's yes.
They're gasping for air, and this was after she lost, and she only span around 12 times and threw like 4 bowling balls.
Okay, so let me play. This is where I'm gonna play devil's advocate, where I think that like she is she's right. She's right to do that. I think that's the smartest thing she could have did. She can like, okay, say I hope she's all right. I want to think that it was actually an asthma attack. Like, give her the benefit of the doubt. I think it's a smart move to try to go and just get away from everything. You get to be by yourself. You get to recoup. You get to talk to someone else. You get to see other people. Is it abuse? Yes. I think she abused the game and she abused Celebrity Big Brother. And as when I work at an escape room, sometimes people cheat the lock. Sometimes, like, there's these crappy locks. They pull them up. They spin. They slowly spin it out. And, like, they just cheat the lock. Anyone can do it. But I think that, like, that's what she's doing. Like, she's pretty much spinning the lock and she's cheating the lock so she can get out for a little bit. She can rest, recoup. You know, she sees other faces. She gets some grounding. You know, she comes back to the game. Everyone is like, I'm so glad you're okay. It's sympathy. No. Even if she did it for real, it's still sympathy that she's gonna get back. That, you know, like, even if she faked it, she's gonna get sympathy. And, like, people are gonna be like, well, you know, she's weak. It's weakness, you know. Christmas with a leg, it's weakness, no matter what.
And she also got to talk to her husband while she was out of the house.
Yes, let's also talk about that. I think that, like, I don't like that whatsoever. Obviously, this is Big Brother. It should be no contact with the outside world. But you're never going to keep celebrities from doing fucking whatever they want. Like, what the celebrities don't realize is that they can fucking take over the house. Like, it could be some sort of, like, weird, Lord of the Flies type situation. They ransack the fucking production booth. Like, I just feel like, you know, like, the celebrities could actually do whatever they wanted if they really fucking cried and complained enough about everything. In my opinion.
That's why Brandy's always getting alcohol.
No, supposedly they have unlimited alcohol.
Really?
That's what I read.
You know what? They should keep that because this season is great, and maybe it's
it's the same reason they don't have alcohol in Alaska during the down or the night months. You know,
what are you talking about?
From what I thought I've heard that, like, in Alaska when, like, the sun is down most of the day, they don't really sell alcohol because it's just so depressing, and, like, everyone's so depressed that it's just like it's a recipe for suicide. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought that they didn't do it in Big Brother because it's hard to get good DRs out of drunk people.
Come on, get me in there. No. But I absolutely, and I know that people in this house kind of talked about, like, oh, some people can't handle it and blah blah blah, you know. And the problem is that a lot of times they do DRs when it's, like, late at night, when it's like, man, I'm trying to fucking crack cold. Yeah. Let's get these going in the morning, you know.
Dude, but I thought you were gonna play devil's advocate with me.
Devil's advocate
with Omarosa and her asthma.
Yeah,
right?
I think it's a smart idea to fucking try to get the fuck out of the house for a little bit. Yeah, that's my devil's advocate. Is like, it sucks. Okay, yeah, it sucks that she got a call from the fucking, she got her call from her husband or whatever the fuck. But, like, we're never gonna be able to hold these people to the standard that we should be able to hold us civilians. You know?
Yeah, but look, Christmas. She left the house, and she was a celebrity, kind of. She
I think
had, like,
that her
pretty big following.
She should have been. Yes, she should have been taken out, in my opinion. But she had a big following, so it's not my call. That's the problem. Where it's like, of course, in her case, I would have, and I fucking always will fight for anyone that gets taken out should be taken out. You know. But when it's celebrities, like Matt Eisman said, where it's like, if we're gonna try to ruin someone's career over this game, there'll never be a Big Brother Celebrity 2, you know? It's like, let's not get crazy here. Like, let's take this for what it is. Like, this is really fun. Like, this is a fantasy Big Brother that is actually turning out really well. Like, let's not get wild with this and try to make it something that's not. I don't know. It's a kind of a farce when it comes to Big Brother, but it's fun. We're having fun. Let's have fun. Yeah. Everybody fun now.
All right, so the HOH comp goes on. Basically nothing else of note besides James killing it. And then he throws it at the end because Shannon asks him to.
That was a nightmare. That seemed like I would be so pissed off. That would piss me right off. Throwing that one. That's all I got to say about that. Is
especially
like he,
because you were just so dominant in the
Oh,
challenge.
exactly. And like, man, that spinning bullshit is the worst. That's the
Hmm.
shittiest comp I've ever played. Shitty. That's just straight shitty.
How well did you do? I don't remember.
I
don't.
won mine. I won
You
that
did?
competition. That was we played it the first competition, or that was the
Oh,
first time
okay.
it was ever played.
They didn't seem that dizzy in this one. It seemed like everybody was just like,
That's the other thing where it's like, oh yeah,
okay.
he was super dominant, but yeah, like certain people, like I think they like changed the requisite number of spins. I think my season might have been 20. I don't know.
Yeah, this one was 12.
Yeah, I don't know. That's probably bullshit, but yeah, it's a shitty competition. It sucks as all hell. The worst. But yeah, so anyone that does that shit, I just salute. I think that's a fucking insane. But like, especially to throw that thing, nightmare. That's absolute nightmare. I feel so bad for that dude because that's just puking your brains out.
Well, it worked out. It worked out for him.
Yep. He's not fucking going home. And like, I think that James is fucking. He's one that he just looked like such shit. They edited him as such shit, and I think they edited him like a such shit, a suck shit.
I love his edit.
But like in the beginning though, his first episode, he was like,
Yeah.
"This is a tool bag supreme," you know.
Yeah.
But they started to come around on him, and I think, now I'm like, he has the opportunity to go all the way. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
A
don't
lot of people are giving me crap for being Team Maslow, but I'm
No,
gonna
no, no.
stick by it.
I think he's a little wiener ass motherfucker, but I think like he definitely has opportunity. He has a reason to go all the way. Like he's yeah. All right.
Is there anything else from that first episode? I cannot
I'm trying to
remember
think,
anything else.
Nah, I just.
No. All right, let's jump into this next episode.
So next
The one
episode,
today.
spoiler alert, I fucking have not seen any of it. It's yep. I saw pretty
Okay.
much the final vote. All right,
All right, so
fill me in.
at the very beginning, Julie Chen is when she has her little intro thing, and then she's like, "But first," and then she's like, Omarosa was just coughing, like
Oh.
she just threw so much shade at
Whoa,
Omarosa
I like that.
right at the beginning. Like
I like that.
it was.
I love
I
it
was
when
like,
Julie gets into it. I love it when she's
Yeah.
like, she's here. She's been watching. I love
Yeah,
that.
because that's why people love Arissa. And
Yeah, because you know she's watching. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that. That's so good.
yeah. So that was great. I loved it. And then they showed that Ari and Brandy actually flipped the vote. It wasn't Ross like that they showed the episode before, because they showed that Ross was a little confused, like he didn't know what to do. But in this episode, they showed Ari and Brandy go to Ross. Well, the first it showed them talking, saying that, hey, we should actually try and get Shannon out. And they're like convincing each other, and then they go to Ross, and then they convince Ross, and then Ross is on board, and then he starts going to everybody else. So it showed like how their seeds spread throughout the whole entire
Interesting.
house. And it's like, oh, these girls that people aren't even thinking are here to
Can
play.
we
That
talk about Brandy? I think she's fucking dominant. Like she is a scary player. Like she has definitely she reminds me of someone I played with that was just like, oh my god, yeah, a monster in the game.
and she's like laying low really well.
The scariest part, where it's like she knows what the fuck she's doing. She's caught on an acolyte and brought one close, like that too is a fearsome too. I think.
I'm just afraid for her chance. I think she'll run deep, but I don't know if anybody's going to, like, let's say she miraculously gets to the final two. Who's going to give it to her? Because, like, everybody thinks that she's dumb and doesn't deserve to win. And
do you think that? Well, I think she could probably explain why she should deserve it.
Yeah.
Do you think that she's gonna win anything, or is she just gonna rely solely on social?
I don't know. I think she's going to go on social. I don't think there's much challenges she can win. Maybe today's challenge, upper, exactly, or lower, but she wasn't even in it. So, but that also, you have to be kind of quick in your head. I don't know how good she is. So yeah, that was That was good. That was good because the last episode was showing Ross, and now it's showing Ari and Brandy actually
Kind of
playing the game.
They're probably in the flip position, or it's like they're the swing vote.
They were like the one telling people what to do. Like they went to Ross, and Ross went to everybody else. So yeah, they're pulling the strings.
Yeah, they're puppet mastering. Interesting.
Mhm.
Do you think it was a smart idea for like Ross to go? I mean, this didn't come to fruition. I think like because that we're on this different time schedule, like the gameplay is going to be a little bit different, you know? Like there's not as much time on the back end of the game as there is in like this like right before Veto. Like we're going to be playing Veto live every episode, it seems like.
Yeah.
They're not doing HOH live. I don't know if you heard that ever.
No. That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Fine with that. I'm fine with that also. But I think it's interesting that where it's like, so our new like live HOH will be vetoes, which will be.
So our vetoes are going to be the HOH competitions, and our HOH competitions are going to be the vetoes. That's why the Ball Arena was the HOH. It's usually a veto competition.
What the fuck? Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to twist my mind around that one quick. Yeah, that's insane. Okay, so what was the? Okay, well, keep on going through the episode. Yeah, I think this format is just gonna make everything really confusing. Or like gameplay wise, like it's just gonna be a different like emphasis on which part of the game you play hardest. You know, like because during this HOH period phase, you're gonna have to push harder for people to go up. I think, right? I mean. Yeah. But also, we're at so small of player base that there's only 3 people sitting out for veto this time, right?
Yeah. But I think it was actually 4.
4 last week, but this week will be 3.
Yeah. 3 this week.
Yeah. But that's just fucking weird. That's just something to take note of, everyone. I'm sorry, I'm just really fucking this up.
Do you think that they made a good idea? Do you think that backdooring Shannon was a good idea for Ross to do?
For Ross himself, no, it was not. I think it was not a good idea. Yeah, just like it's troubling. Toughest part about this game right now, I think, is the weeks are shortened. Everything is on such a shortened timeline that it's tough because everything about Big Brother is pacing. It's all pacing, timing, and anticipation, stuff like that. I think that with this shortened, condensed, like fucking free-for-all blitz, it's a blitzkrieg, you know? Like, this is a completely different game, so your timing and anticipation has to be doubly better. I don't know. Like, you have to be on top of everything. I mean, I don't even know what the timing is for everything here.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like, boom, Ross shouldn't have, but everyone was correct in being like, oh yeah, Ross, get rid of her.
In Big Brother, you got to go after people that are coming after you. Straight up 100%. And Shannon is not coming after Ross at all. So why would you get rid of Shannon if you are Ross? It's a good move. It pads your resume, but why are you trying to pad your resume this second eviction? It makes no sense to me.
It's too early.
Yeah. But for everybody else, it makes sense for them. What do you think? What do you think about Keisha? All right. Here's what I don't get about this episode, right?
Yeah.
Keisha tried in the veto. She made it to the last 3, and then
what was the veto comp?
All right, the veto comp was basically you're up 1-on-1 against somebody else, and then there's a picture, and they're like, how many hats are in the photo? And they're like, is there 8 hats in the photo? And then you have a thing that says higher, exactly, or lower. Yeah. Okay. And she got the first round in. She buzzed the right answer, and then put up Shannon and Omarosa. Shannon picks the wrong thing.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. Shannon and Omarosa?
Yeah, because she picked the next 2. So she picked Shannon and Omarosa to go heads up against each other.
So it was a pick'em. It was a pick'em, and she fucking botched the pick'em.
No, she got the first one right.
Yeah. So if she's gonna pick, why wouldn't she pick fucking Mark and James?
or yeah,
Mark and
Mark
Shannon.
and Shannon.
Yeah, Mark
Yeah,
and Shannon.
she picks Omarosa and
Omarosa. All right, so that's a botch on. That's Omarosa error. That's an Omarosa error because Omarosa knows the
that's
game
a
well enough. She should have
yeah.
told her,
Should
"Here's what's coming up. This could happen." I'm probably blowing this mic out, but like,
No,
I mean,
you're
that's
fine.
the thing is like she should be like, okay, so if you pick two people to go against each other, do not pick me against anyone. Pick two people
Exactly.
you want to lose. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, that's insanity.
Yeah, and Shannon, she was telling people exactly how to play the bowl arena, and she got everybody to do exactly what she wanted. So why couldn't Omarosa get her only ally to not put her up? Whatever, it doesn't matter because Omarosa beat Shannon because Shannon selected the wrong thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Hot.
yeah.
That's hot. I like that. I like that. Like, I'm a huge Omarosa fan. That's it. Till I die, baby.
So yeah, I was like, oh no, Shannon, that's not good.
So yeah, right away. Okay. I like this.
So then Omarosa picked Marissa and somebody else. Marissa won, and then it was Shannon or Omarosa versus Keisha. Keisha got it wrong, so she tried again. She got it wrong. Omarosa is now up against Marissa, and if I'm Marissa, and my whole game plan now is to backdoor.
Yes. Why?
Why win this? Just let Omarosa win.
Yeah.
It so that way you don't have to say, "Oh, I'm taking blood on my hands," which is fucking stupid. Because it's not like you're getting blood on your hands. All right. Here's what you're doing: you're pulling down an ally, and you're getting Shannon up there, and Shannon's leaving. So there's nothing next week that you could do.
Like,
you pulled somebody onto your side. It makes no sense to me.
And it's one of the reasons, and that's one of the games where you can vote wrong to purposefully get yourself out. You know, like that game sets you up to fail easily. Right? Is that?
Yeah.
It seemed like that was that type of competition, but also but there's also this thing that comes in, like where you're a fan and you're just like, I want to fucking win. I want to win. Like I'm a piece of shit. Again, I'm a dumb motherfucker. I cannot not. I want to win. I'm so dumb.
Yeah, well, Marissa wanted to win, and she won.
I think that was a part of her fandom. I think where she was just like I want to play her. I want to win a veto. Like
yeah, for sure. The last veto, as soon as the names were picked, she was like, I wanted my name to be picked. I want to play. Yep. So definitely, she just kind of got greedy. And then
greed. Exactly, that is exactly what that is called. Is greed. Where you should not have done that. Like, I think that she probably fucked herself out. Like, we should talk about this maybe in a week or so when she gets her ass knocked out. Where it's like, oh yeah, you could have fucking stayed around right here. This might have been the changing point for her game. I don't know.
Yeah.
Go on. I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't even think the move was good for Keisha or Marissa to get out Shannon.
Yeah.
Shannon is Marissa's ally.
Okay.
It's kind of stupid of an idea for her to do anyway. But if you're in her shoes and you think your plan is to backdoor Shannon, why are you winning that competition? Doesn't make sense to me. I don't think it'll ever make sense to me. But I'm going to move on. So, Shannon, or not Shannon, Marissa wins, and then immediately Keisha's asking people to vote her out, or use the veto on her. We're immediately going to get Shannon out, and then we have to get rid of her next week at the next eviction.
So
even
she
though
was blowing this all up, she was just telling everyone, or
Shannon went to the kitchen, so it was like Marissa. It was like the core people, like Marissa, Keisha. Yeah, there was a lot going on, but Shannon wasn't there. So Marissa's just saying, all right, I'll just do whatever you want me to do. And then it goes to commercial break, and nobody knows what's going to happen. She goes up and then decides not to use the power of veto. And I'm glad. I'm glad and upset at the same time because I wanted Keisha to leave, but not this way.
Yeah. So I mean, like,
basically.
Well, and when she like, so supposedly, give me the rundown of her. Something about breast milk. Give me that part.
Yeah.
This is what I want to
Yeah.
talk about more than anything in the world.
Her whole thing is her pump broke, and in the Big Brother house, so she couldn't pump to give her kid some.
Big Brother couldn't have bought her another one out of her stipend or whatever she has.
Literally don't understand
on,
why
sorry.
they didn't.
I'm gonna
yeah,
question you. You tell
because
me why now.
yeah. So because of that, she wanted to leave, and that's the stupidest reason I've ever heard of.
Again, let us think about, like, let's frame this in how many other shows she's competed in. You know, like,
Okay.
So she's been the first evicted on like, every show she's ever been on.
So
But, like,
she's already made it to number 2, and she's like, "Booyah, victory!
well,
I don't even need to win. I've already won."
maybe she was already planting the seeds of like, man, my milk, whatever, on week 1. I don't know. Like, to me, it's just like,
No.
she is the most curious character I think ever. Just because it's like, how does she get this far? She got 1 week further than getting first eviction. Like, that's weird to me also. I don't know. Like, and then she comes out with this weird milk thing. Maybe she was throwing that milk thing around on all the other shows that she got evicted first on. I'd evict someone first if they were talking about their weird milk. I don't know. It just seems so weird. What is going on?
It makes no sense to me at all.
So weird.
But she decided that this is no longer good for her. So when they do the final nominee speeches, she asked to be evicted.
Okay.
Then Omarosa goes, and Omarosa's like, she asked to be evicted. How about you guys evict her? Basically, it was like a little bit more classy, but it was
Keep me around.
it was like I think you guys should all respect her wishes to leave the game. And I'm like, that's the Omarosa we all know.
But like, would you ever
No,
evict?
I would have said probably exactly what she said.
What?
And
No.
what Omarosa said.
Oh, of course.
And
But like, would you ever evict Keisha over Omarosa?
Okay, here is where I have another problem, because they are keeping Meta World Peace in there, who doesn't want to be there. He wants to go home with his wife and kiss her in 20 different spots, and they're keeping him in.
Yeah.
But why is this different? I just don't get it. Can somebody please break it down for me in the chat? Because
Reddit.
I don't...
Yeah. Figure this one out. Yeah.
So if I was in there, I would have just voted Omarosa out, because now we have not one but 2 people that don't care about the game, or not even playing, that just want to get voted out immediately, which is better for me.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, of course. Like, the problem is that like Omarosa is the most dangerous player in the game, I think, in my opinion. Like, Shannon, super smart, knows the game. Like, Ross, super smart, knows the game, but they both put that all on Front Street. Like, they know that. Like, Omarosa knows the fucking game. Like, she's watched my season, which is fucked up. Like, that is so fucked up. Like, she's watched, like, deep seasons also. Like, she's no joke either. Plus, like, you bring in that villainous attitude, like, she makes for a person that will be brought to the final. Like, why wouldn't you want to bring Omarosa to the finals? Like, you know, who's going to vote for her?
I don't get it. I don't understand.
Great gameplay.
Yeah.
I love her. I love Omarosa. Okay. All right. So, where are we at in the game?
And then Keisha walks out on stage and shade. She's like, isn't your kid already a year old? And then, like, eating things? But she really likes breast milk.
What is happening? That is insane.
Your kid is a year old. It should be eating baby food,
Dude,
not
man, people
breast
get
milk.
down on Big Brother. Or people get down on the year of 2016. They get down on, oh, year 2017 was so shitty. Year 2018 is the greatest year ever. Like, we're talking, like, this is insane. Like, this is literally the most insane year we've ever had. This is nuts. I'm just so pumped about this. Big Brother Canada can only amp it up from here.
And then Big Brother 20 will drop it down.
Oh my god, no, it's gonna get more insane. It's just
that'd
gonna
be
be
crazy.
Jerry from Big Brother 11. It's coming back. You're going home.
He was at 10.
Oh, 10. God damn it.
Yeah.
I forget all the seasons. I fuck them all up. Okay, so she goes home. I saw she leaves, and then that's about it, right? Nothing?
Yep, that's pretty much it.
So, I have this idea. The game of Big Brother. What if they just took what they have right here, this season, like this size of season, this amount of people, what if they did that for the summer season also? Like, what if they, maybe instead of, like, one big season and one over-the-top season or one Celebrity Big Brother season, like what we're getting now, which is awesome, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
What if they made, like, 3 seasons and they had 2 small seasons, kind of like Survivor, and then, like, yeah, like kind of a Survivor style, and then one Celebrity season or one over-the-top season, some sort of, like, weird season. But they had 2 seasons throughout the year, you know, maybe, like, one during the summer, one during the winter, something. I don't know. Like, this came to me, like, I like the season. I like the format. Like, I like the sprint of it all. You know, it's not the marathon, it's the sprint.
It is overwhelming, though, the amount of episodes.
Yes.
Compared to a normal season. But I think that the knowledge that the game is going to go quickly, and just like in Survivor, the game is only 39 days, and usually you get pretty good gameplay in that. I do like the shorter season, because lately it's just been getting longer and longer and longer.
Do you think that the longerness, the length takes...
Sorry, we're not English majors.
No, I'm a fucking dipshit major though. Do you think that takes away from the game? Like, I think this blitzkrieg style of gameplay is conducive to fucking fun style of game. Like,
I think
not true?
I think the blitz is more for team TV and the length more for strategy. And it just depends on which one you like more. If you're into the strategy, you're going to see a lot more people screwing up in the blitz. So, like, just like in chess. So you have, like, you know, bullet chess where it's, like, really quick. You got a minute total. And then you have, like, rapid chess, which is really, like, 10 times the length. And you make less mistakes in rapid chess because you can think more. But it also leads to a pretty vanilla game. And bullet chess, you get weird combinations almost immediately. So I think that's why we like the season. It's because everybody has to play so quickly and they can't really think of the repercussions as much. They just have to go with their gut immediately. So yeah, I like it.
I fucking love that answer. That's fucking, I couldn't have asked for a better answer than that. That's fucking dope.
Oh, thank you.
And when will you be fucking playing chess on Twitch?
Oh, I don't know, man. I haven't even thought about it.
I know, like, chess.com, they've been, like, saying a bunch of shit. We're like, oh, yeah. First, before we talk about this, everyone, make sure you... Has everyone got their questions ready? Let's throw up some questions in chat here. I think we're about that time. But, yeah, I think chess.com was talking about, like, they want to help...
I play on Lit Chess.
Lit Chess? You're not about that chess.com life?
Li Chess. Lit Chess. Oh. That's the website I play.
Oh, yeah, it's not Lit Chess.
Because there's, like... No, it's not lit.
Like, this is the fucking dopest chess you ever seen. It's got fucking, like, techno bull, fucking, like, black lights and chess and shit. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't
Lit Chess?
Lit Chess, that's the one I
French, right?
like to play. Yep. I'll play with some fans eventually.
No, it'd be fun to do like me and you do a little.
Do you know there's
chess
there's
games.
team chess. There's
That sounds insane.
yeah. If
You just
one
carry
person
me,
gets
though.
checkmated,
It's like
it's,
when
over.
I only saw one set of footsteps is when Cameron carried me. No, I think yeah. I'm not good at chess, but I fancy myself a chess player for fun.
Yeah, I'm sure you played a lot inside the house.
No, I really didn't. It's not as much as
No?
I should have. No, so like
Oh, man.
David, my David who was out
Yeah, first boot.
he whooped my ass in chess. He whooped my
Really?
ass legitimately. I tried hard as a motherfucker against that dude. He beat my ass, and I was convinced he was like some sort of fake surf bullshit. He was fucking point breaking my ass or some shit. Like I was like, this is bullshit. Yeah, no, he's just really good at chess. That's it. Like,
Well,
yeah.
I guess if you play enough, you know enough.
No,
intros.
he was really good, but I'm also really again dipshit.
Okay.
what do you
Before
got
we
here?
get to so I asked on.
Oh, hold on, you're breaking up there. What was that?
I said before we get to the questions on Twitch, I asked on Twitter for some questions.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna kind of read them before I'm gonna read them aloud, so I don't know how.
Wait, hold
they're
on
gonna...
1 second before you start that. This guy says, "David, what the fuck beat you in chess?" David, no, I understand. David actually was in chess class and chess club when he was in high school and stuff
really?
like that. Yeah, he was about, and also he smoked my ass in Super Smash Brothers 64. I had talked about it all the time in the house where I was like, "Oh no, I'll whoop your ass." No, he fucking smoked me. He's real good. Okay, sorry about that. Go on.
All right, no problem. We got a question from Michael 20. He says, "Hey Cameron, McCray. Question for you and McCray. Oh, look at that. Do you think that the short and fast-paced season is causing some people, i.e., Shannon and Ross, to overthink play, or is it because they're super fans and worried about not wasting their chance?" I think we kind of touched on that a little bit.
Yeah.
But I definitely think it's the combination of the two, because I know when I went in there, I wanted to, make a splash, make my move in the game. I never got to, but it doesn't matter that the game is so short. And because the game is so short, they know they have such a tiny window to make that splash, so they're going to want to do it as soon as possible, in my opinion. That's why Marissa won this veto, because who knows if she'll even get an opportunity to play another. So
Absolutely.
what about you? You think it's
No, you just you answered it for me. You fucking nailed it. I think you're absolutely true. I mean, I was a little bit different, just because when I went in there, I was like, I'm gonna fucking. I made a splash in the beginning, but also I was like, now I need to just puss out and just wuss out or whatever. Yeah, no.
all right?
You're right.
There's another question from Fun Size Iraq. They say, "Hey, I'm watching Twitch live. Here's my question: would it be smarter to use the veto on Omarosa, place Shannon, but justify Keisha anyway?"
That's never a good idea. Like,
I don't
never
think
to
that's a good
fucking
idea
ever
either.
take then it's just always more blood on your hands. Like.
Yeah,
It's never just smart to just like willy-nilly throw people around. In the beginning, with that first week when they're talking about throwing Mark up just to like fuck with Mark, I think that's a good idea if like everyone's on board just to fuck with Mark. Like like if everyone's in, like that's fun. That's a fun little joke, and it sets seeds for the future. But other than that, like if your HOH is not into, it's just always more blood on the HOH's hands, regardless.
this was what Omarosa wanted to put up that one, but it was the shock and awe tactic when Keisha was
yeah.
So she obviously best strategy.
I think that is a good strategy. I really do think that is good, but like you need so many people invested into some sort of like it's a wacky strategy, and plus like it's totally dependent upon your HOH. But I honestly think that like if you do that against a recruit in season 20, if like people are out here listening, they're in the finals. Whatever. Yeah, they're not at this point, but
It hasn't even started.
no, exactly, exactly. But like, if you're thinking about it, like that's a huge fucking thing. That it really is a decent idea. I think. I don't know.
I don't like the idea at all, and because if your goal is to evict the person that's already on the block and you already have the veto, unless if that person is your ally that you're taking off, then just leave it.
Yeah.
Because if they aren't going to help you, help you in the long term, then why rock the boat? Or why would replacing you're going to piss off Shannon, who is arguably the best player in the house,
Yep.
for no reason. So it doesn't make any sense to me. But
On the Shannon level, I mean, like, do you like, what do you do about Shannon? What is your gameplay? Okay, so put yourself.
it depends who you are in the house. Give me somebody.
Okay, you're the James.
Okay.
You're hot, young, little.
Ooh, a little.
No. Okay, so like, I mean,
Hopefully
like,
not in every spot.
The problem is that yeah, it's tough because you're like.
All right. Well,
So
James is a comp beast. So if I was James, I would just win a
I'd
comp.
rather just be the Ross
The Ross.
because
of
you're
the
a
world.
game player. Yeah,
Yeah, that's more likely.
I think you like men too. I mean,
What?
oh shit! Oh, but no, like,
No.
I think you're a game
So
player.
if you're Ross,
Yeah,
yeah, you have to. Well, obviously she can't be in charge, and you have to make her feel comfortable. Just like in this week, maybe ask her to throw a veto. Say that it's your favorite challenge or
Throw a
whatever.
veto. I like that. That's
Yeah,
yeah,
yes.
that's smart.
Or that weatherman HOH, just tell her to not get any of them, right, and let me take it. Yeah, because they're tight. I don't know if they're going to be tight now because word's going to get out about that back door.
Absolutely. Yeah, loose lips sink ships, and I'm guessing that
Yep.
a lot of people are hoping on that. Absolutely.
I got another tweet. It says, "Did Rudy get evicted for making victim noises?"
Victim noises. God damn it. Have you? Yeah, I'm guessing you have not caught up with their. I'm guessing they're getting really close to the end of Amazing Race, right?
I have no idea.
I'm guessing they're probably in the running for winners of Amazing Race.
Tell me what I can't do.
I'd imagine. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
This is my destiny.
I'm trying to look at Twitch here. Let's see. How's it going, everybody? Lone Ranger, Kimmy 20 something. Yep.
Some.
There's a lot of people.
I hate when people ask me like how other people are doing. It's like,
Oh yeah, they're great. Yeah.
hey, how's
Yeah.
Justin Cody doing?
Oh, you know what? Just
I don't
with
know.
him, then yeah. He just sent me a text message that says.
We got Mac the Mayor asking us back for a second chance.
What did you say?
if they're-
What was it?
Mac the Mayor asked if we would come back for BB second chance this
Nah.
season.
Nah, I wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't?
No, of course they would. No one that ever was on Big Brother pretty much would ever not do it again.
I know,
Yeah.
and people that are saying that they would lying.
Yes, 100%, 100%. Like, I think that's bullshit. They'd be like, "Oh, I'll find the time." They would figure it out. Bullshit. Everyone ever would do it, of course. I think I'm just a dumb person that would probably do it for less money and a longer period of time.
Yep. And also, the last question is: does Shannon have a chance to win?
She's been not positioning herself in the right
No.
position. She's been
playing hard.
She's been playing hard, absolutely. And it's like, I respect that, absolutely. But at the same time, like, chill out. Like, she has to chill out. And I don't know if she can recover from that, where she's at right now. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it. I think it could happen though, because if the season is there's a lot of people making bad moves. If you're playing hard, then this is the only season where I think it could actually benefit you greatly. So I think because the season is so short, she would have a better than normal chance at winning this game. And because the quality of the people aren't the greatest.
So you're saying she just
She
goes balls out from here on out. So
just continues what she's doing.
okay, so like
Yeah.
what is the most optimal strategy from here on out? Okay, so you have like there's a couple different strategies. You got your social strategy, or I guess the other strategy is fucking just win out, right?
Yeah,
I mean-
but that can't be your strategy. I
What-
mean,
what-
nobody's
what-
Kevin
well-
Martin.
Well, but like, what point do you turn on the win out method? I mean, like, what point do you think that like, okay, win out is a strategy in this condensed season? You know, like,
Yeah, I think you have to look at your competition around you.
Mhm.
And if you're like number 2 in terms of your own competition abilities, like how you feel, then you could try and start to win out. But like right now, you got James who's going to do good. You got Shannon who's won a couple, and then there's a couple there too that can win some challenges. I think it's way too early right now. Only 2 people have been evicted, and one of them was Keisha, and she wasn't going to win anything anyway. So
we're down to 9 people. That's
Yeah.
the count, right?
yeah, I think you got to wait at least 2 more evictions. So after, because I'm assuming Friday's a double eviction, just an assumption. No idea if it's
Okay.
true.
Okay. Are they evicting someone on Wednesday?
No, Friday.
Okay, so we've got a full 5 days. Okay, all right. Cameron, do you have anything to plug? I think we're at that time, right? We've answered questions.
Yeah. The only thing I have to plug is my Twitter. I think I've plugged my dog's Instagram enough. Um, so my Twitter is at Cameron Hurd 210.
What's your
And
dog's
that's-
Twitter again, or what's your dog's Instagram?
It's at Ghost the American Eskimo.
Yep.
Um,
We need that. Yeah. Eventually, we're gonna get some animated lower thirds here, because I need to up my production game.
Whoa, drunk ass motherfucker has subscribed 45 months.
Yes, drunk ass
Jesus.
motherfucker is a legend around these parts.
Holy crap.
Quite absolutely. So thanks everybody. I just want to give a shout out to Danny Thomas Kelly, whose birthday it is today. He's the one that made this background for us. Yes, Jody deserves more than a cameo. Skywise, you watch your mouth. We don't reckon kindly to Jody around these parts.
I
who
see
else?
another question that I want to talk about.
Let's do it. Let's go.
It's does Ambrose have a chance at winning?
Yeah.
And
Let's
that
go.
they just don't see it with the jury voting at the end. And I think she does because Chuck.
Absolutely. Hold on. Wait, you're breaking up. Can you hear me? Hold on.
Said that he would vote for her. in the
Wait.
end. He's
Go
in
back.
a
Go
vote
back.
for
Go back.
the
Go back.
Black Magic.
No. Hold on. We lost all of you for that one.
All right. Sorry.
From the beginning. Start again.
Does Ambrose have a chance to win? Yes, because Chuck has already said that he would. And Keisha had the Black Magic group with her, and if she's getting anywhere near the end, I think she's going to have to turn it up, and I think people are going to respect that. I don't know. See, I don't know where you get these other 3 votes from, but those 2 are a lock for sure, and those are the first 2 jury members. And and one last thing. I want to talk about this now.
Yeah.
Why the sequestered jury, and it's not sequestered, what impact do you think it's going to have on the season? Do you think that the social media is going to have any impact? No impact? Do you think that
I think Chuck Liddell kind of was like, oh yeah, like I might not vote for people that are blah blah blah, but like I don't think that's gonna happen. I think most of these people are semi reasonable. The only people that I think might not vote for the best person are like maybe Brandy. Like petty people will not vote for who's the best player. I mean, you can look at your Peter Browns, your Alec Beals,
Yeah.
oh yeah, they're gonna fucking kill me for saying that. You boys know I'm kidding, but no, I just think that I think that's what it is, where it's just like, I mean, of course, like, there's always a thing about, like, jury management where it's like, oh, you should have fucking blah, blah, blah. You should have been nicer to these people. But also, to me, it's like anyone that fucking bests me gets a doff of my hat and a fucking wave of my dick. I don't know. Like, they, like,
Yeah.
good on them. Like, I always think that good on you. Like, I want the best person that beat me to win, because then I know that, I was in competition with the best. I don't know.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to choose between a douche and a turd sandwich, which was early 19.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the thing. I don't know. I just, that's the way it is for me.
All right. I'm done.
Yep, it's it. All right, thanks everybody for listening. You got nothing else? You plugged your shit.
Yep.
I don't remember what else. Everyone else is cool. I got to make sure that I go to black. And thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you guys next time on the block. Take care. Bye bye.